we could do a role play that is pretty mild, but involves power and domination a little bit. For instance, let's say the man wants to play the role of top, and his partner, his female partner, may act like she's going to dust his office and knock something over on purpose. And so then he can like, oh my God, you did that, and I'm going to have to spank you, or something like that. That would be a medium to beginners type role play.
Okay. So you're basically just playing with a power exchange, so to speak.
And that could be in the normal outfits, you know, that could even be in the office or at home. But if you want to make it a little stronger, you could have the woman dress up as a French maid with sexy lingerie and a little duster,
and
fun. The guy putting on his power suit, you know, then it would be
then you're upping the ante
exactly.
a little bit.
And people can use wigs, for instance. That makes a totally different feel for anyone. Have you ever been to a wig party?
Absolutely. I love wig parties, definitely.
It's like you're becoming a different person. Now you have this beautiful long blonde hair. Let's say you have like a black bob on. You look totally different, and it makes you and if you have a liking for role play, you will take it from there. Maybe put a matching outfit and decide what you want to be tonight.
And surprise your husband and come home and there's somebody with a dark bob waiting for him, knocking over his furniture, making him mad. Now, I would think if you're playing with don't want to make him mad, or, you know, top and bottom roles, which could you explain for those who may not know what a top and a bottom role would be?
Yeah, top is a dominant role and the bottom is a submissive role.
Okay.
Very easy.
So let's say you're playing with that. Is it very important for people to know that this is just role playing and that they're confident enough in themselves to know that they can, that's not really you and I doing this, but it's the characters we've created that can play? Because I think that some people would think it's demeaning or it's not right for them.
Well, it's not for everybody. The people have to pick their roles, choose their roles, like their roles, and then it can carry on. It could be just a 1 hour scenario, or it could carry on into the evening and well into the morning until one of the role play partners says, okay, let's just that was wonderful, let's just not play right now.
So that basically comes to my next question, which is, most of this is done in private, or can this also be introduced in public where people really won't know what's going on, but you will know? The two of you will know.
Oh, it can. It's probably best to try it out in private first and see how you like it. But a lot of role play could very well be taken into public. You could even, in San Francisco, you could even get away with going out with a wig and an unusual outfit.
Yes, love San Francisco.
No problem at all. If you live in a small town, that might be a little more complicated. Private play is more recommended then. But public play, as long as you don't offend anyone else by getting sexual when people don't want to see it, that would not be appropriate. But you can certainly start the role at home and take it out, or meet in a cafe and start right there. It takes creativity, you know. It takes it's a certain intelligence that not everybody has, but it's a real creative side, I think, that a lot of people haven't taken advantage of.
Now, we touched briefly on the fact that maybe somebody may not like this when you introduce and it feels wrong for them. What do you do if you're in a relationship and you really, really enjoy this element and your partner doesn't like it, or just no?
Well, then you have to sit down and see how important is it. Let's say partner A really, really wants to do role play. Partner B is absolutely not interested. That would be a discrepancy there in terms of sexual desires. Just if sexuality is important in the relationship, then it could create a problem. But for most people, the role play is something they can take it or leave it. And then if one partner absolutely doesn't want to do it, okay, well, so then we don't do it. You can't force anyone to do it. That would be unconsensual.
Yeah, and then it wouldn't be play anymore.
No, it would be embarrassing and uncomfortable.
So what is the history of role play? Is there a history of this through time? I mean, now it's in the internet and everything's on the internet, so you can kind of pretty much surf the internet. Oh, I haven't tried that yet, you know. So, but before that, how did people do these kind of things?
People always played when they were young. Kids usually play. They do a lot of role play. Oh, now we play Cowboy and Indian, or we play I'm the fairy and you're this. And kids are very creative when they play. And I'm sure that has been throughout ages. I don't know exactly what the role play was 100 and 200 years ago. I'm sure it existed, but as all sexual variations, they usually apply more towards the ruling classes. If you are starving and struggling for your daily bread, you're probably not going to think much about role play.
That's a good point. Definitely. Now, do you think most role play, if you boil it all down, is a power exchange? I mean,
doesn't have to be. Most of it is. It could also just be two people playing, dressing up in a special cultural outfit. Maybe they just came back from Bali and now they have sarongs and now they play. We're a Balinese couple,
or Star Trek.
Yes, or Star Trek.
Yes.
You know that. You have seen Halloween parties and carries out into the street and people are dressed up and they're in role and if they play Star Trek, they may go down and do live long and prosper to everybody. You know, so it's fun.
Now, you've seen it in costume parties and different things, but it also, I think, has spilled somewhat into the media, or quite a bit into the media, like the movies The Graduate, you know, with the idea of an older woman and younger man, the cougar syndrome and things like that.
Mrs. Robinson.
Yeah, so those definitely could be food for thought to start maybe your own little play. Is that a
Age
fantasy?
play is very popular, where partners of the same age, adults obviously, take age roles where one plays an adult and the other one can even play an underage person. He is or she is overage. They could play family members. They could play older woman, young schoolboy. That's totally okay.
Or paperboy.
Yes.
Or any boy that you put in there.
Right.
Absolutely, and have fun with that, because
the limit,
is it the taboo that is so attractive to people, the taboo of the idea of, you know, is that the dangerous part?
Yeah, age play has a bit of a taboo. Family relations has a taboo. That could trigger some interest, but I think overall it's just also the creativity of taking a different role, and maybe one day you feel more inclined to playing the younger person, and maybe a month later you feel more inclined in playing the older person.
So you can switch it up.
But some people don't like to switch. Some people find something they really, really like and do not want to switch. They always want to play that young person, or always want to play that parental person, or they always want to play the top, now that we explained what that is, or the bottom, and they don't want to switch it up. That's fine too. If they found something they really love and their partner is okay with that, that's great.
And I remember I think it was in a movie, one that they had played, where one husband thought he played the burglar. He would come in and surprise the wife, and you thought it was an actual burglary going on. He was very good at it, but it was one of their games that they played. But is that another common one? Somebody coming in, or
yes, the burglar or the man playing, he's a mean person and hiding behind the curtain, and when the woman comes in, she acts like she's afraid, and he tackles her.
Now that seems to be so foreign to certain people that could bring pleasure, because that to me would seem, you know, and to a lot of people would seem like you don't want to go near that because that's the opposite of anything sexy. But is it the tension or surprise, or what is it about it?
It's with someone you chose. It is not a stranger. It is someone you trust. It's someone you like. It's entirely different than a real burglar situation, a real intruder situation. No fun, scary, no good. But if it's role play, it can be great fun.
So I must imagine that there's couples out there that have a whole closet full of UPS outfits and police outfits and nurse outfits.
Police outfit is very popular. Nurse outfit. UPS, I don't. Yeah, that's an idea. I haven't heard of
They're
that
pretty
one.
cute with the shorts.
Yeah.
Definitely. Their role of somebody delivering something and staying a little longer.
Right, and maybe you open the door in your bathrobe and oh.
That's pretty good. Are we taking notes there? Definitely. So it's done in the spirit of play, just like when you were a child, in order to just create some characters that you can then play with as a part of yourself. Does a part of who you really are come out in these characters, do you think?
It absolutely does. Otherwise, it wouldn't touch your heart or arouse you. It has to have something to do with who you really are in yourself. And the role play that has no connection to your character feels alien. You can do it, but it usually is not arousing.
Now there's some, as far as I remember, I forgot which fair it was, probably Folsom, where it was the pony people.
Pony play,
That was just amazing. The costumes they had were just incredible. Some people are really into that.
Yes, pony play is not that common percentage-wise, but the people who are into pony play are willing to spend a lot of money on outfits and equipment, including little coaches, little carriages. And pony play is where a person is inclined to play an animal, a pony in this case, and has a pony keeper to train the pony and so on. Another popular animal play is called puppy play, where a person takes the role of a puppy dog and the owner, obviously is more the top, is training the puppy.
That would be, I don't know, training puppies has never been really fun to me. I don't know if I could get into that. Well, maybe. I don't know.
That's... again, you know, it's not for everybody, and what somebody's favorite role is somebody else's nightmare.
Absolutely, absolutely. So couples come to you. You're a counselor for couples.
Yes.
That have all sorts of things that they'd like to try or issues that they may have come across. Do you get a lot of people that are interested in role play, and do they come to you to speak about that?
Yes. The couples I work with who come in because of role play, it's often that they have... One partner has already found a role play he or she really, really likes, and the other partner is not familiar with it and not comfortable with it. So that would be one topic of discussion for my counseling. I also talk a lot with individuals who have role play inclinations, but their partner is not interested or they don't know how to bring it up. So that's some of the counseling work I do.
That's good. And so do you have any final words of wisdom to couples that may want to start an experiment with this? Maybe guidelines that you might want to set up ahead of time?
Don't worry too much about it. Don't be too serious at first. Enjoy yourself and play. And if something doesn't work out, try something else. And stay true to what you really are inclined on doing.
And I would think that it's important for, let's say, a gentleman's into this and his wife or girlfriend, maybe get them a cute little outfit that you may want to have them try on and enjoy, and just kind of feel if that might be something they're interested in.
That would be a good way of testing the waters.
A little gift. Here's a pony outfit for you. That might be a little too much at first.
That would be that would have to be discussed ahead of time. But,
Absolutely.
But perhaps a little sailor outfit or something like that.
That's
might
cute.
be
There's
fun.
nothing wrong with the sailor outfit.
No.
Those are cute on anybody, really.
Exactly.
Very good. Dr. Gabriele Hoff, and definitely your website again?
It's lifestyleeducation.net, and there's an
Excellent.
email on there if you want to contact me.